Congratulations, Stanford coach Tara VanDerveer, who set the women's NCAA career wins record last night, passing the late, great Pat Summitt. Only Coach K over at Duke has more in the history of college basketball. Today, I see you dancing over there. What would you like to say to your former coach?
Coach, you're the real MVP. I love you. I am so proud of you, Coach Tara. What an amazing milestone and achievement. All-time wins in the women's game, #1 Tara at the top. And it's really funny because I graduated and went to the pros, and even through my finals days and the 3-hour practices that I used to go through, when those were over, I started working on TVs and I still kept getting texts. Let's watch some film, Chiney. No matter what job you're doing, there's always room to improve. And I was like, okay, coach, only one person can get you to agree to doing something like that, more homework without fighting. I would say it's got to be like your parents and your coach. And Coach Tara is one of the best, period. Go.
Woo.
I'm hyped. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
No, And
oh, is that me? Oh my gosh, what?
I know you do this job right now, but you were pretty good on the basketball court. I'm just going to say, yes, shout out to her. Obviously, what she has done with the team, but also what she has meant to the sport, how she has moved the sport forward. And by the way, shout out also to Stanford's own, man, this dunk.
Ooh.
Chiney, please, could you narrate for us? Can you do the play-by-play, please?
Yes. She got the steal, crossover, fast break. Is she gonna do it? She's gonna get it done. Slight work, baby. We stand for Fran. That is fantastic. For those who don't know, that's Stanford women's basketball, #1 team in the nation. Go ahead, Perk.
So effortless.
Watch them work. That's all we got to say. All right, I want to move on to the San Antonio Spurs. Gregg Popovich, and they faced the Rockets last night. They're looking to rebuild after missing the playoffs last season for the first time since the Ice Age. Zach, what do you think Pop's future is? We had so much speculation. He would go coach the Olympic team. Then the Olympics, of course, didn't happen. So him just going off into the sunset to only have that job doesn't seem like quite the thing it was maybe a year ago. What do you see there?
Well, I do think they have a lot of interesting young wings, which is the position you want to load up on in the NBA. Lonnie Walker and Keldon Johnson showed out in the bubble. But look, the speculation is quieted, right? I mean, Pop's going to have this job as long as he wants. Maybe he likes this rebuild. We've seen some of their most decorated assistants in the last 3, 4, or 5 years. People who were rumored to be maybe the heir apparent go take jobs somewhere else, and not always head coaching jobs. Will Hardy, one of the most well-regarded young assistant coaches in the league, another rumored name for the heir apparent spot, got pretty deep in the Oklahoma City head coaching search this past fall. So it's really kind of unclear who the successor is, how long Pop wants the job. But the heir apparent conversation has been one of the most buzzed about in the league for the last 2 years. But you know what? He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. He's going to keep on trucking as long as he wants.
I agree. Look, we cannot have NBA basketball without the great Gregg Popovich. I know he's up in his 70s, but he's still a spring chicken. He's still moving around. He still knows the game of basketball. He's still able to adjust when need be. And I think with Pop, he looks forward to this every single day, getting up and going out there and coach. He loves it more than anything. And hey, until Pop says he's done, which I don't think is for another 5 years, let Pop do his thing.
Yes, I see you, producer Danny, producer Steve, out here with a smooth transition from one legend in the coaching game to another. Coach Pop, he can do whatever he wants. Third all-time in the NBA in history with wins as a coach, talking about the record books just keep going up. And especially, considering that I was just talking about Coach Tara, this man can sail into the sunset anytime. He's already done everything he needs to do, and he's still serving. And if you know him, that's a part of his core identity.
Absolutely.
So why not, continue coaching and keep exploring how good this Spurs team can be? And it's really fun as you get older. The cool thing is you can experiment, and this young Spurs team gives him that ability with his ability to go smaller now these days and also play faster. So it's a new age for the Spurs, but it's the same old coach.
Well, that's a great point, too, by the way, because some of this is, look, I think the Spurs want Gregg Popovich around as long as he wants to stay around. There's no question of, oh, should we move him on? The question is, how much longer is this still interesting to him? How much does this give him an opportunity to be intellectually curious? How much does he want to do it with all the travel and the trekking around? And Chiney, your point is great, that this is a roster that maybe he can get his little coaching tentacles into, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.